Good day, my dear friends, and happy Sunday sa ating lahat. And as promised, today is Sunday Motivation. So, lahat ng mga pagre-review natin for the rest of the week, pause muna tayo doon, magpapahinga tayo, and I'd like to give you some perspective and insights na magagamit nyo as you journey through your licensure exam and perhaps even sa adult life na sinisimulan nyo na ngayon. Okay? I hope naging productive kayo sa pagre-review last week. I hope you followed through my videos and may nakuha kayong mga important concepts doon na magagamit nyo sa inyong exam. I wish you all the best. God bless. Sa kung anumang desires, anuman yung dinidesire nyo sa heart nyo, sana ibigay yun ng Panginoon. Okay. Today, we're talking about the story of Cain and Abel and the value of sacrifice. So we start off by reading this story. Adam made love to his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to their first son, who is Cain. When Cain was born, she, Eve, praised the Lord. Sabi niya, with the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man. And later that, she also gave birth to Cain's brother, Abel. Okay? Now, Abel kept flocks. So, siya ay parang animal scientist. No? While Cain worked on the soil, siya ay isang parang farmer, crop scientist, sabihin na lang natin. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. So, some of the fruits of the soil in-offer ni Cain sa Panginoon. And Abel, he also brought an offering, which are fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. Now the Lord looked with favor on the offering of Abel. Whereas doon naman sa offering ni Cain, the Lord did not look with favor. And because of that, Cain was very, very angry and his face was downcast. He was resentful. So mabait ang ating Panginoon, nilapitan niya ngayon si Cain. Tinanong niya, what's up buddy? Anong problema? Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. So pinagsabihan niya, nilapitan niya, he's trying to comfort, God is trying to comfort Cain, but at the same time, leave him a valuable lesson. What did Cain do next? Cain said to his brother Abel, tara, dun sa field. And habang nasa field sila, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. The very first record of murder in the Bible. Then the Lord said to Cain, where is your brother Abel? So hinanap ng Panginoon si Abel. Pero nakita niyo yung reply ni Cain, very sarcastic. I don't know, di ko alam. Am I my brother's keeper? But the Lord is Lord, He knows already everything. And he said to Cain, what have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now, you are under a curse driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, Cain, kapag trinabaho mo ang lupa, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on earth. Okay? So yun yung parang punishment ni Cain. And Cain said, Lord, yung punishment ko, this is too much. Okay? Today, you are driving me from the land and I will be hidden from your presence. And alam mo yun, naisip pa ni Cain dito, no? I will be a restless wanderer on the earth. And naisip pa niya, and baka patayin ako ng mga makakakita sa akin. So imagine that kind of selfishness. Pinatay mo na yung kapatid mo and the first thought dun sa punishment mo is, what if may pumatay rin sa akin? But the Lord, with all of its mercy, said to Cain, not so, I will protect you. Anyone who kills you will suffer vengeance 7 times over. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, so that no one who found him would kill him. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. So that's a story of how Cain murders Abel. I would like to focus more in this story. I would like to focus more on the value of sacrifice. And gusto ko siyang simulan by sharing to you yung perspective ko sa kung ano ba on how do we explain life in general. So ako, naniniwala ako that life is simply 2 points. The first point is where you are, kung nasaan ka, and where you are going. And all of us, I believe, desires to go to somewhere that is much better than where we are right now. Tama? So kung mangangarap ka ng kung saan ka pupunta, kung ng kinabukasan mo, your ideal, syempre gusto mo yung ideal mo mas maganda sa kung nasaan ka ngayon. And we always do that. We improve our lives. Wala namang tao siguro na nagwi-wish na, ay bukas sana worst yung life ko. No one would want that. Every one of us wants a better life for tomorrow. So what do we do to achieve that better life? What do we do? Diyan na pumapasok yung sacrifice. It is the middle ground. It is the bridge that gaps where you are, nasaan ka, and where you are going. Okay? And sacrifice means, it also means offering something to the Lord. Okay? Sacrifice means offering something to the Lord with the hope and faith that the Lord will protect our future, that He will preserve our future, and He will give us prosperity, and He will give us blessing. And like for example, right now, where you are, hindi pa kayo lisensyado as professional agriculturist. Where you are going is gusto nyong makuha yung license na yon. And what are you doing right now? You are basically sacrificing. Ba? So instead of maglaro ka ng ML for 3 hours, yung 3 hours na yon, inalat mo na sa pagre-review. Madali bang mag-review? Hindi. Mahirap mag-review. Pero you still do that kahit na mahirap, kahit na uncomfortable, kasi nga, meron kang motivation of where you are going, of what you will be getting. Diba? So ilan siguro sa inyo, baka hindi kayo kaya ng mga parents nyo na i-enroll sa isang review center. And ang ginawa nyo, pinag-ipunan nyo. Nag-ipon kayo ng pera para makapag-review kayo sa isang review center kasi sa tingin nyo, yun yung makakatulong sa inyo para pumasa. So that is also a sacrifice. Diba? However, the reality of sacrifice is not all sacrifices are equal. Not all sacrifices are equal. And makikita natin yan doon sa kwento ni Cain and Abel. When Abel offered yung fruits of his labor, yung kanyang flock, okay? The firstborn of his flock, yung pinaka the best, God looked with favor on that offering. Whereas kay Cain, there is an indication there that he only offered some of his crops. So I can interpret that as something like, si Cain, pumunta lang sa field, kinuha lang niya yung crops na pwede niyang i-offer, and then in-offer niya kay Lord. And Lord did not look with favor on that offering. Kasi si Abel, ang ginawa niya, pinili niya talaga yung best of the best. Yung best of the best sa flock niya para i-offer sa Panginoon. So the question right now for you is, what is the value of your sacrifice? Is your sacrifice something of Cain or something of Abel? Kayo lang makakapaghusga nun. Kasi I have known from teaching din sa different branches ng review center about Leia, I have seen people na umagang-umaga pa lang, okay, nandun na, mas nauuna pa talaga sa akin. And very dedicated na mag-aral. And I also have seen students na parang kahit nag-enroll nga sila sa review center, pero wala naman silang pake. Hindi sila nakikinig, nagse-cellphone lang sila madalas habang nasa klase. Are they making both the same amount of sacrifices? I don't think so. May ilan sa atin dito, after siguro nung review or after mapanood yung mga videos ko, magre-review pa, magbabasa pa ulit. Whereas yung ilan dyan, i-skip lang yung video ko. Di ba? Tapos after nun, maglalaro na ng ML. So, hindi pare-parehas yung amount ng sacrifice. Di ba? Kaya naman, dahil hindi pare-parehas yung amount ng sacrifice, some of the aspirations that we have, some of the goals that we have, happens if we do the right sacrifices, if we do the proper sacrifices, pero some of it do not happen. And when life does not happen, when the things that we want does not happen, we become frustrated, we become angry. And we don't want to feel that. That feeling is very, very uncomfortable. Yan yung naramdaman ni Cain. Diba? And ano yung ginawa ni Cain? Ano din yung gagawin natin para maalis yung feeling na yon? Well, there's one solution, and Cain did that. Anong ginawa niya? Well, he killed Abel. Pinatay niya yung ideal niya. Pinatay niya yung aspirations niya. Something like that. So imagine nyo na lang kayo. You are grinding hard, doing your best, but then suddenly life hits you out of nowhere, then you're still suffering, and life is still tragic. What are you going to do? Well, for Cain, ito yung rational thing to do. Maging nihilistic ka na lang. Life is without meaning, so I don't want to dream anymore. No. I don't want to find meaning on what I am doing anymore. I don't want to be something better anymore. Wala na yon. Kasi ayoko nang ma-frustrate sa future ko, hindi na lang ako mangangarap. That's what Cain did when he killed Abel. And if life hits you, if life hits you, amidst making sacrifices, hindi mo pa rin na-hit yung gusto mo, umari hindi ka pa rin pumasa, it is only logical, di ba? Nasabihin na, give up na. Ayoko nang mangarap. Kasi dreaming would only frustrate me, to disappoint me. So wag na lang. So yun yung parang nakikita kong meaning ng pagkapatay ni Cain kay Abel. Kayo kaya, mapupunta kaya kayo sa situation kung saan if you got frustrated, you will choose to kill your Abel? You will choose to kill your ideal, your dreams, the person the person that you want to become, that God wants you to become? Diba? Sana naman hindi. Kasi the punishment of doing that, ano yung punishment ni Cain sa Panginoon natin? She became a restless wanderer. She became a restless wanderer, and lahat ng kanyang kinukultivate na soil hindi na nagbubunga. So ganun din sa atin. If we betray yung dreams, yung aspirations natin, yung kagustuhan natin na i-improve yung sarili natin, if we stop dreaming because life is unfair, nag-sacrifice ka na pero hindi mo pa rin na-hit yung goal mo, if we stop dreaming and aiming to become a better person, we become a restless wanderer. And hindi nagbubunga lalo yung mga ginagawa natin. Okay? And that's not a very good strategy to live. Life has no meaning sa point na yon. But, well, life is unfair. Siguro you can cheat yourself to not feel the frustration. Pero the reality is, you're not going anywhere. And when you're not going anywhere, it's either, if you're not going anywhere, yun ay sign that you might be going somewhere worse. Okay? So dito kasi nag-focus si Cain. Nag-focus siya sa kanyang nararamdaman, sa frustration niya, sa kung bakit may mga taong mas magaling sa kanya, sa kung bakit hindi niya na-hit yung kanyang goal. Dito siya nag-focus. And kapag nga naman nag-focus ka dito and you feel so awful about yourself, then it's better to kill that aspiration, that ideal, para hindi mo na yun maramdaman. But it is not the right strategy. Because it would lead you to become a wanderer, restless wanderer, and you will not yield the fruits of your labor. So anong sinasabi ko dito? Kung hindi tayo dito magfo-focus, saan tayo dapat din magfo-focus? Mag-focus tayo dito. Kasi madalas hindi natin nahihit yung ating mga aspirations, hindi dahil may mali sa aspirations natin, pero dahil may mga bagay tayo, may mga sinasakripisyo tayo, na we are sacrificing things improperly. Ganun na lang natin tignan. Or, there are things that we need to sacrifice that we are not willing to sacrifice. So you need to reflect on that as well. What is it that you need to give up in order for you to achieve that better life? Maybe those are addictions. Maybe those are some toxic friends. Maybe it is negative mindset. Maybe you're not making the proper sacrifice. So kapag dito ka nag-focus, ang magiging concentration na ng energy mo is, ano yung responsibility ko para maabot yung pangarap ko? So that is this is a better way of thinking through life and still, hindi mo pinapatay yung goal mo sa buhay mo. My dear friends, when we get frustrated, okay, we sacrifice pero hindi pa rin nangyayari. And sometimes, hindi lang talaga nangyari. Probably sometimes proper naman yung sacrifice mo, pero yun lang talaga yung realidad ng mundo. No? We should not kill our Abel, our aspirations. Bakit? Kapag pinatay natin yung aspirations natin, the person that we want to become, the better person, no, na ifo-flourish dapat natin sa mundo, una, nagiging selfish ka sa sarili mo. And pangalawa, nagiging selfish ka sa mundo. I believe that each one of us has the responsibility to become the best version of ourselves. And that best, of course, can be defined by you only. Pero at least you are striding and moving forward to become a better version of you. If you remove this from the equation, you will be going nowhere. You will be a restless wanderer. And mostly, I believe, you will also get to a worse point. So if things are not going on your way, do not kill your dreams, do not kill your aspirations. Reflect on your sacrifices and maybe sense of humility. Kailangan mo kasing magpakumbaba to reflect on your sacrifice. You will know what to do moving forward. And hindi to one size fits all. Okay? Na kapag sinacrifice mo to, ito na yung makukuha mo. Walang ganun. Every now and then, as we journey through life, we learn to sacrifice the right sacrifices, bit by bit, step by step, day by day. And that what makes life meaningful. No, isipin nyo na lang, Isipin nyo na lang that you are a person. And then you just gave up on life. Ayoko na ma-frustrate, ayoko na ma-disappoint. So I'm just going to be a mediocre person. So kukuha lang ako ng average job, hindi ko gagawin yung mga passion ko, yung gusto ko kasi ayoko, takot ako mag-fail. And then suddenly you died. And then, kita mo dun sa langit, kinausap ka ni Lord, nagkaroon kayo ng one-on-one consultation. And nilabas ni Lord yung pangalan mo. Sabihin natin, yung pangalan mo is Juan de la Cruz. Yan. Tapos pinakita ni Lord yung mga bullet points sa baba, sabi niya, leader ng ganitong company, most outstanding men in the Philippines, and as is other achievements nakalista dito. And sasabihin mo kay Lord, hindi naman ako yan. Sasabihin sa'yo ni Lord, well, hindi ikaw yan, pero ito sana yung ma-achieve mo if only you dared and make the proper sacrifice. So yun yung challenge sa atin ngayon. And alam ko, mafe-feel nyo yan soon, lalo na sa inyo na hindi pa nag-i-start ng career nila. Mafe-feel nyo yan soon na some of the things that you do is not bearing fruit. Ang aking encouragement sa inyo is hold on. Okay? Hold on to where you are going. Kasi that dream, that aspiration is there for a reason. And if things do not work on your way, kailangan mong maging humble. No? Kailangan mong maging humble sometimes and study. Ano ba kasi yung pinagagagawa ko? Bakit hindi ko na-hit tong goal na to? Kasi more than likely, ang problema is nasa sacrifice mo. Now, if ever that you can say to yourself honestly that, hey, my sacrifice is right and properly done, pero life is terrible pa rin, huwag mo pa rin iwanan itong ideal mo. Okay? Kasi if ever na nag-self-reflect ka talaga ng matagal and pinag-isipan mo and nabigay mo talaga yung best mo pero hindi pa rin nabigay sa'yo, it does not speak about how unfair the world is. Okay? It just speaks of how life works. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's the reality of life. Napakaraming factors na pwedeng mangyari that would prevent you from achieving what you want to achieve. But don't stop. Don't stop. Naniniwala ako, sooner or later, God will be there to provide what you deserve. And He will give that to you. And He will use you as a vessel of His love and a blessing to other people. If you pursue where you are going. Thank you. And have a great morning. Hopefully, this message encourages you to become a better version of the person you are than yesterday. Keep grinding, keep moving forward. Tuloy lang natin ang laban.